Hello, my loves. Channel message, okay? With 2026 fastly already, like we're about to be in March, okay? 3, okay? I do believe we're still in Pisces season, or it just started. But it's also, you gotta think retrograde, right? And retrograde isn't just about confirmation with my middle of my back itching. It's not just about, thinking about the things that might have backstabbed you. Retrograde, a lot of the time, brings on the most tumultuous situations and people that we have either thought we've gotten over or gotten away from. And retrograde, I would say, for people that have ascended, is always just a chance to show yourself like, damn, okay, yeah, I'm good on that. You know what I mean? Regardless of what it is. It could be, for some of y'all, I'm channeling, like, maybe there was a second gig that brought y'all in a lot of side money or something, regardless of what it is. And it was just too stressful, whether it was taking time away from your household, whether it was, I'm hearing risks, you know what I mean? Regardless, I'm not here talking about, you know what I mean? But if you know something is a quick dollar, but not for your highest self, it's going to translate into your life sooner or later. And in some cases, I'm channeled to say sooner than later for somebody out there. Seeing a lot of, my eyes are being called to all these things in the background of my house that are red and orange. So possibly sacral energy, be really creative in your solutions. I just heard red is the root chakra, inner child work, right? So retrograde. Retrograde always has a way of reminding us about our past love connections, whether they're familial or exes, whoever, right? And in some cases, it could even be adult children, depending on your age. And you might have severed those connections for healthy reasons for yourself, right? And a lot of times, toxic people will come back to you, or narcissists, or karmics, or demons will just be in your face, or metaphorically in your face, in your energy space. Like, you should feel bad for not being connected to me. You should feel bad for not talking to me. All these girls passing by in the background. Like, maybe it's some females for y'all divine masculine. Maybe it's female relatives. Maybe, whoever, right? Maybe masculine and feminine energy for some. But it just feels like all signs involved here. Retrograde, once you've ascended, right? You can't let distractions in the background from the past deter anything from your future. And if you already have shown yourself, fuck everyone else. If you've shown yourself that you've healed, you've moved past it, there's no one else to validate that. You and God know that. You and Allah know that. You and Buddha know that. I'm always called to say Allah because I feel like there's I have a lot of Islamic subscribers as well, which I love you guys, okay? So I'm trying to keep this message brief. I'm trying to do a couple of 3-minute reels. I'm just now over 3 minutes. Whatever, we'll take it to 4 because I'm not finished my channel message. This is why I prefer live, y'all, but I don't be bothering to edit too much. So we just go ahead. I'm just going to throw this on here like this, and it's just going to have to be a longer reel. But it's just like where we're at right now, right? And I'm only, like, I don't mean this to segregate or isolate anyone that's going through something of an awakening, right? I don't ever want to discourage even karmic individuals or you're doing karmic things to not elevate. I know I say a lot of harsh things towards shit. I've said harsh things publicly on here about people in my own past, right? And that's between me and them. Alright, and speaking of that, I ain't sorry, like, at all that it got to here. Just side note, I'm not. Just because if you bring some shit to me in such a way that it has to come out that way, that's how it has to come out. I would have always preferred it to not have to even end that way, be dealt with that way. But sometimes, speaking of retrograde, people from your past are very disillusioned in their own manipulation. And the thing about when a divine person or somebody just coming through an awakening spiritually, finding God again, and or if you could be an atheist, but your energy, your frequency, even if you're on a science tip with this, right? This could also apply. This isn't just you go to church or you heavily worship God. Like, I know God is vocal in a lot of my messages, as he should be for me, because that's what I speak about. But I never want anyone to feel isolated by color, creed, or karmic deeds to watch me. That's why everything I have is public. I really only block people when they're trying to, like, purposely bait me or say crazy shit. Because one, I keep telling y'all, being healed doesn't mean I don't ever get angry. It doesn't, like, y'all have seen me go a little unhinged ape shit on here, right? It doesn't mean I never get angry. It just means that I'm in a place of, like, solidarity with myself that's like, I trust myself enough at this point to, like, have enough pattern recognition and discernment just to know when, even if it's not the same person, it's the same spirit, it's the same negative energy, it's the same dark presence that's like, oh, I want to bother you, I want to distract you, I want to hurt you. And here's the thing about life. Even in me keeping my life private, my space private, I don't let strangers or, like, nobody that I even know is allowed to come to my home at this point. And it's not like, oh, I hate everyone. No, it's a frequency thing, you know? And some people carry things with them or around them or attached to them, and they don't even know it. And even if me being the person I am, a truth teller, a truth seeker, a seer, a lover, I have loved so many people from my past that some of them I still do love very much, but I love me more. And that's what I keep trying to illustrate to y'all. Like, loving yourself is not selfish. It's selfish when you are willing to disrespect decent people to you know, embark on your worst natures and try to profit and whatever that it looks like to a demonic individual. That is narcissistic. That is labeling yourself some type of self-righteous cause and effect about, you know what I mean, when really you're just making excuses for the fact that you're a fucking demon. I'm not talking about that. And narcissists will always try to paint someone, especially someone that's always been good to them or easily susceptible in the past, to, like, coming back around because they feel bad. Like, I've been susceptible to that. I'm speaking from experience. I'm a super big-hearted person. Like, to know me is to love me. I don't give a fuck what nobody has ever told you about me. Anybody that's truly been around me. I'm sorry, y'all. This, like, my scarf, I ordered, like, a whole bunch of new ones. And, like, just they keep slipping off because, you know, yeah, ladies, you know, if it's not, like, scarves kind of have to be broken in, too. You know what I mean? Because, like, they just, whatever. And the material, it matters. But either way. So, what was I saying, y'all? Come on, I'm trying to keep this shorter. Oh yeah, so even myself, right? Like, it's not that I don't ever want to, you know, care about certain people again. It's what narcissists in general for y'all and myself need to understand is, like, once you've shown me, or I've been able to see, like, I have the gift of sight, but some of y'all obviously are not intuitive, and that's okay too. Confirmation. And you're like, well, how do I see it? Okay, right? That's why we're here. Pattern recognition is not something you need discernment to learn to have. I have it innately, but my mind works like a fucking calculator because God built me different. And I'm not better. I'm just different. But I can teach you how to look at an objective situation, not from an emotional perspective, but just from a recognition perspective. And I've always been able to do that since as far back as, like, my first memory at fucking 3. But when you aren't balancing your emotions with what you are literally seeing in front of you, and it might be too much to face because sometimes the truth is gutter butt tragic and it's confusing. The truth can even be confusing because it's like, well, where did you get off to do this? And why would you think this is okay to do? And what were you doing? What were you thinking? You know what I mean? Like, dead ass. Like, you're like, what? And it sounds so horrific sometimes, or so movie-like, or so spiritually down, like some type of rabbit hole. It's like, none of this could be real. But the fact of the matter is, I just basically described the Matrix movie, which the Matrix is built off the Bible. It's all real. Alright? So, if you learn how to heal yourself to the point of oneness, that you're not, like, purposely putting on rose-colored glasses so you don't have to face what's gonna hurt you, you will be sub-superhuman. I promise you. Because the thing about it is, like, the objective is not to go through life and never get hurt. You're gonna get hurt in some point, fame, or fashion. All you can do is try to hope, right? Because hope is still a thing. Hope that you see enough. With all of me playing my eyes, you hope that nothing's in your way to see enough, right? You're not in your own way, I just heard, to see enough what's in front of you. And some people learn that later in life. I'm 36. You know how many fucking situations I could have saved myself from if I would have awoken certain parts of me earlier? But they were always there. I wasn't ready. If I knew every single thing I know now about certain events, people, places, and things that happened in my life, y'all, I wouldn't be the walking testimony I am to sit here and talk to you about it. So also, channel message, if you finding out some hard facts and you're in your awakening, that's the dark night of the soul. It does hurt. I had a healthy cry earlier, and it's not, I'm about to get emotional now, and it's not because I'm sad. Like, y'all gotta understand, it's a purge. It's a, like, if however long you've held in by way of not telling anybody, y'all don't need to get on here and do what I do or tell everybody on whatever platform. You know, I tell my story to help people, you know, but write it down. Go to a therapist. Some of y'all have people you could actually trust, which is something to be grateful for as well. Confirmation. You know how many motherfuckers, including myself, was walking around almost their entire life with not one person around them they could trust? And I'm an angel, for Christ's sakes. Quite literally. But God shows you things in divine order and divine timing. And when something comes into your life, bad or good, know when the good has been over. And to go on to something, take the lesson from it, and make it greater. It doesn't mean you're going to make it greater with those person, places, or things, but you can always extract the lesson. Everything bad that's anybody ever did to me, yeah, it chokes me up. It's like, wow. Like, wow. Like, wow. Me? You like, when I posted that Joe Scott thing to my YouTube last night, but I watched it on repeat before I posted it, I don't know how many times, because I resonated with her. She was like, you heard me? Me? You wanted to hurt me? Wow. You know? Because it is. It's mine. It's astonishing. It's astonishing. And it's like, to think that one person close to you wanted to do that is like, wow. But to think everybody wanted to do that, do you like that? So y'all, when I come on here and tell y'all, I know, I'm speaking because I know they tried to displace my chakra level so I wouldn't even be sitting here to talk to all of you about this. And even if 10 people see this, 1,000,000, 100, it don't matter. Because whoever did see it is going to extract 2 minutes of this, or one grandiose point that hits you right here. Those are the only people I'm talking to. I'm not talking to whoever else sees this and you think it's bullshit, or you think, oh, whatever, or you're karmic-y, or you're still not in a place where you believe in shit. Well, sucks to be you. There's so many beautiful things to believe in the world. Yeah, we're gonna end it there. Y'all know that after everything that everybody tried to do to me, you know what, every time after people did shit to me on purpose that I had to pick myself up off the floor alone. Well, I didn't know I had God with me at the time, but I did, so I wasn't by myself. But I always got back up. And instead of being grateful for the resilience in me, the fortitude, the intellect, I looked like, to myself, I was internalizing, like, well, why? If I keep running into people that's doing bad things to me, then it must be me. But deep down inside, that never resonated with me, because I knew I was a good person. I always did nice stuff for everybody. I thought it was a known kind of thing about me, that I'm just a good person. Not that I was looking for it to be known. I just, to walk outside, confirmation almost in a daze. And wake up from a haze of knowing that everybody around you tried to mass manipulate people and tell them like the most outlandish, deplorable things about you that never even existed, just because they want to hold that goodness to themselves, and or they hate you even though you pour into them. When you start to wake up and realize that you got one or more, however many energies like that around you, it's hard. But on the light end of that tunnel is God. And I laugh harder nowadays than I ever remember that I did before. I'm happier. I'm more expressive. I'm creative. Even and when I do have moments of sadness, because even me, it happens. You could be of the highest vibration and be like, damn, that's fucked up. Because it's human. It's spiritual. You feel shit. Motherfuckers going, oh, feelings, what are those? Motherfucker, you've been ignoring and suppressing your fucking soul for 30 or however many years, or since the fuck your mama did it, and you want everybody else to walk around dead inside too? That must be a horrific existence to wake up to every day, knowing if you can't hurt somebody, you're not happy. It almost makes me cry for you. Because what happened to you? Like, anyone like that, like, I feel bad for you. Because what actually happened to you? Like, what? Like, realistically, ask yourself this. High key note here. High key takeaway, karmics, confirmation. High key takeaway, karmics. Don't ever tell anybody, whether I know you as a karmic personally or not, that I don't love y'all too. God sent me here to love everybody. My heart bleeds for whatever took y'all through, whatever y'all had to go through, that y'all thought it was okay in any form to not only degrade yourself in the presence of God, but to drag an innocent person or people or children into your mess is absolutely disgusting. And the karma that you face hurts my heart for your children and you, because it didn't even have to be like that. That's what's most disgusting about all of it. It didn't. You woke up every day and chose destruction by way of hate and insecurities of someone else that wanted to love you. General message and personal message. In case anybody was wondering, because I know y'all still be watching, because y'all so fucking weird, but whatever. I'm not calling it truce by any means. This is not a truce. At all. And y'all out there that know, in your little calls, your little groups, your little theft groups, your little fraud rings, putting my name on stuff that it shouldn't be, whether it's lies, fake reports, documents, whatever. Because all of you know what you've done. Before you check out of here, you hated me so much that God's gonna make you just watch me be wonderful. And the sad part is, really, the saddest part of all of that, for all parties involved, is that you could have been right there. You could have been right there. You could have been right where I'm at. By yourself. Because I would have helped you do that. All of you. All of you. Since I was a child, I've tried to help all of you. All of you. Every single one. Even when I realized how you felt, I still have. even for the coldest, bloodiest, most distorted demonic soul. That brings you to tears now, don't it? It brings you to tears now, don't it? I know. Just say that then, instead of acting out next time. Because then we could have maybe had a real private conversation about why your life is going the way it's going, and I still probably would have offered you words enough that would have helped more than any of the destructive nature you still chose to do. And that's the really fucked up part. That's the really fucked up part. Not for me, but for you. So y'all, when people come back around y'all acting like they don't know what they did, or oblivious, or blaming you, or hysterical, those are chains they're trying to bind you in emotionally to connect you to bullshit that only exists on their frequency and timeline. And it's sad because some of these people are our parents, our lovers, our child's fathers, mothers, exes that we were with forever, shared what feels like lifetimes with. Sometimes it's groups of people that you don't even know. Following the leader ass motherfuckers. But either way, just know that every tear you had to cry, I'm hearing from anywhere from the past 10 to 15 years. Every time you heal and ascend higher and respect yourself and tell them no, not out of arrogance, not out of ego, and not out of pride, but out of respect for your oneness, their karma hits 1,000,000 times harder.